What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another ATF episode for you. I think I did say this on a couple of different episodes at the beginning, and because I had a whole lot of other people comment on some of the episodes, and here recently we've had even more people comment on them. But to be clear, these ATF episodes are just to have fun and talk about some of the finer things in life, like alcohol and the T word and the F word, which we'll get to in this video. I am not saying that you should go out and get hammered and then go out to the range or something. I don't recommend that you use both of these things at the same time. That would be really stupid. We are just sitting here and enjoying some of these things and just talking about them. So to be clear, just wanted to get that out of the way because a lot of people comment stuff like, oh, alcohol and Rudy Tooties, they go together, this should be good, stuff like that. We're not going out and using the F word and using the A word. We're just having fun sitting here talking about them. So just wanted to get that out of the way. Today's episode of the ATF tapes is episode 13, I think. Yeah, I think it's 13. And this episode is going to be a little bit fun, and we're talking about the F word that I've talked about in other videos, never ATF tape episode, so we're going to get into that. First off, for the A, we're enjoying Evan Williams Bottled in Bond 100 proof. I have had this before, but I don't think I've actually used this on any of these episodes yet, but it is really good. I am a big Evan Williams fan. I usually get the black label. It's like 86 proof, I think. It's cheaper and it's still really good. And the Evan Williams 1783, I think, is a little bit more expensive, but that's really good too. So I've said this before, if you're enjoying whiskey and you want to get a cheaper whiskey, but it's still pretty good, Evan Williams is where it's at for me. So you should check that out. Today's tea is sponsored as usual by the Southern Sea Company. They send a box to your door every month with 4 of these guys in it, and they give you a little card with what you got and a little bit of information in it. So all of these episodes are, they're one of our sponsors. And this one is another Gurkha. I've heard a lot of people crap on Gurkha, but all the Gurkhas that I've tried are pretty good. I've liked all of them that I've tried. This is from Gurkha. This is the Havana Legend. Mild Ecuadorian Habano is the wrapper. It's a Robusto, which 5 inches by 54, and origin is Dominican Republic. That's the kind of information that's on the card anytime you get this. So be sure to check them out and tell them that Josh Wiley sent you. Usually I use this cutter, which I really like, and then recently I got, I think this is called a bullet, but you actually take this out like this, and it will just cut a small hole in the end of here. Really like that. And then tray here, I actually made this. You can check that video out. I did do a video on it if you're interested in that. Oh crap. Pretty good. As I said, a lot of people crap on Gurkha, but all the Gurkhas that I've tried are pretty good. So that is the A And the T, before we get into the F, another sponsor of some more videos recently, not just the ATF tapes, but some other videos, is the Armed Society. They do a whole lot of different apparel, like hats and shirts like this one, and they do have some different training equipment and stuff like that. Pretty cool company. Be sure to check them out and tell them that Josh Wiley sent you too. You can check them out at thearmedsociety.com. Now let's go into the F. The F for today is the AK-50. I have talked about the AK-50 before. I've done a few videos on it actually. If you don't know what the AK-50 is, it is a new model that's never been done before, created by Brandon Herrera. Brandon Herrera did live relatively close to me, and we worked with each other for a little bit. He's actually moved farther away from me and has gotten really big on YouTube. He's done a lot of really cool stuff on his channel. You can check him out if you haven't yet. But I actually did, this isn't a video of a guy just relaying information to you. I do have a little bit of connection with it. I did make a part for it at my shop, did do a video on that, and did a lot of talking back and forth with Brandon on this project. Back when I started working on it, I think he was on the second version. He was working on the AK-50, which was the first version of it. That's the one that they actually got to fire and cycle, I think. Then they've gotten rid of that, and then they went to the AV2. Now with the 2 is where I started coming in, and he would come to my shop and see what I could and couldn't do and stuff like that. I did actually make a part for that one. It was something with the locking lug. I can't remember off the top of my head. I did do a video on it, and I'll play a little clip for you here now. So that is the one and only part I actually made for that one. I haven't made anything since. I've just been talking with him back then about maybe possibly doing some other things that didn't really pan out. And then he actually moved and has done a whole lot of more progress on it. He's on, I think, at least a third version. It might be the fourth version. It might be the fifth version by now, but he's working on it and trying to make this thing, and he'll work on it, and then they'll like hit a bump in the road and figure something out, and then they'll have to go to a new version and do stuff a little differently. So the part that I made was in the V2, and then when he went on from that, I don't think he reused that part. But it is kind of neat for me because I did have a hand in this, which is really cool. I mean, I like Brandon. I don't talk to him really at all anymore, but just being a part of that and the journey and building it, and it's really cool. And obviously, I don't have that here because it's not mine, it's his. But this is a 3D model of the receiver for the V2. And as I said, they have gone on from the V2 so that I don't think the receiver looks like this at all anymore. They've done a bunch of changes to it, but that's neat. He gave me that when we were talking about maybe me possibly making the receiver for it, and that didn't really pan out with what I could do and what was being talked about maybe doing at that time, and the workload that I had already at my shop ended up not being able to do that. But it is cool just having that, just whenever this thing gets done and he starts selling all of these, it's going to be really cool looking back on that I actually made a part from one of his earlier versions of that, and having some of this memorabilia. It's sitting on my shelf in my man cave, and I take pride in it. I like Brandon. I like this whole journey. It's been going on for quite a few years now. It's not done yet, but it's fun to watch it evolve and stuff, and knowing that I had a little bit of hand in it, it's really, really cool. But so more on the AK-50. What it is, it's a AK platform rifle, but it's going to be chambered in, well, it is chambered in 50 BMG. And the plan is to have this at some point in the future a competitor between the Barrett. I don't know if that'll happen. I don't know if he'll ever get this done or not, but hopefully he will, because it's a really, really cool concept, and especially because I had a little bit of a hand in it, and actually talked with the owner whenever he gets that done, that it's fun knowing that I was there for at least a little bit of the journey. Fun thinking about. But I do have this. This is the 3D model of the V2 receiver, I believe. And then this guy here is one of the spent casings. I think this was the third ever round shot through the original one, so that's pretty cool. That one of the times I went out to his shop, back when he lived closer to me, he gave me one of those when we started working together, and figured out that I could do some work to it and help with some different aspects to see what we could do moving forward. So it's not much. Like I said, I don't have the AK-50 here, but these two pieces, whenever this thing finally gets completely done, and more well-known, it's going to be cool knowing that I've got some of these pieces from back in the day when it was going through all of the different changes that it was. So it's something I take pride in, even though I don't really talk to Brandon anymore. I had fun doing it and seeing some of the stuff and talking with him about it. So it was a fun piece of the AK-50 journey that I was actually a part in. So this video is going to be a little bit shorter because that's all I have about the AK-50. Like I said, I don't have it here, so we can't go over everything about what's going on. Other than I know he's on newer and better versions of it than since when I had was working with him on it. And it's pretty neat to see. If you go to his channel, he does update videos just on the AK-50. He does a lot of other stuff on his channel. But he's got update videos on the AK-50 every once in a while, and it's fun to watch and see how the thing has evolved and the direction they're going with it and changes they've had to make along the way. So it's really, really cool. If you haven't checked him out, be sure to check him out on YouTube. His channel is his name, like mine, Brandon Herrera. And if you go to check him out, be sure to tell him that Josh Wiley sent you over. Even though he is a whole lot bigger than I am on YouTube. And it's funny, because apparently I completely suck at YouTube. When we were talking and working on some of this stuff, I was still at maybe 1,000 subscribers, I think, on YouTube. It couldn't have been more than a couple or a few thousand. And he was at like 15,000 subscribers, I think, at the time. Maybe a little bit over 15, maybe 16 or something like that. And just one day it just kind of exploded for some reason. He just hit something right and exploded, and he's got over 1 million, I think, subscribers on YouTube now. So hats off to Brandon for getting it right, and it's neat to see him. I mean, he's got a really, really good channel and everything. I love the guy, love everything he's doing. It's really exciting to watch and see all the stuff going on. So be sure to check out Brandon Herrera's channel here on YouTube. And be sure to check out the Armed Society. They have sponsored a couple of different videos here on the channel. And the Southern Sea Company, they sponsor all of these videos and a couple of others. Be sure to check them out. Consider getting subscribed to their service. I don't make anything from this company or this company. They just send me some stuff just to show off and some videos. I don't get paid by them at all, and I don't get anything if you go and sign up and tell them that I sent you or anything like that. It doesn't matter. I just enjoy helping these companies out, just like pretty much all the other companies I work with. They just do a couple of things for me or send me some stuff to show off in some of the videos here. So be sure to check out those two sponsors for the video. And that is pretty much it for this episode of the ATF tapes. Yeah, that's all I got for you today. Be sure to check the two sponsors out for today. Be sure to check out all the other videos I've got here on the channel. Doing a bunch of different stuff on the channel, all of my projects and stuff that I'm working on, a wide variety of different projects that I work on. I do videos on just about everything, so you can check those out. You can check, there's a whole playlist of the ATF tapes if you're interested in checking more of these videos out. I really enjoy doing these. I've thought about doing some live videos about these coming up, so we'll see how that goes, but there is a whole playlist here on the channel. You can check all the other ones out if you're interested in doing so. Be sure to let me know all of your thoughts down in the comment section below on any of these companies or things. If you know Brandon, well, if you subscribe to him on YouTube, or if you know him, if you've checked out any of his content, or if you had no idea who he was or what he was doing, be sure to let me know all of your thoughts down in the comment section. If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't give me a thumbs down because YouTube changed everything. I can't really see how many people have disliked, I don't think, anymore, which is really, really weird. Stupid, really. But yeah, so if you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. And if you haven't yet, be sure to consider getting subscribed to the channel. Be sure to check me out on Instagram at the Josh Wiley channel. I do post a bunch of pictures on there. Anytime a video goes live, it gets posted up there so you can see it. And a bunch of different stuff that I'm working on. Most of the time I'm working on something that does make it to a video here on the channel. Sometimes it doesn't, and when it doesn't, sometimes you'll be able to see some pictures on different stuff of what I'm working on that doesn't actually make it here. So be sure to give me a thumbs up. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments section. Be sure to check me out on Instagram. There's something beeping outside that's really annoying. Be sure to consider getting subscribed to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, and in the next ATF tape episode. This is 13, I think. The next episode, which is 14, is going to be on one of the Fs that I'm featuring in that video. I've actually featured in a previous episode, and I've done a couple other videos on it, but in the other ATF tape video that I did on it, I don't think I had actually done anything to it at that time. And I was talking about it and talking about some of the stuff that I wanted to do to it. I did do some stuff to it, did a video on that, and then pretty much scrapped all of those ideas because I actually went and tried it out a few times and ended up not liking a bunch of stuff. Took a bunch of stuff off and changed some of the things on it. That's going to be in the next episode of the ATF tapes, and I'll talk about stuff that was on it before and is not now, what I've done, how I did it, some of the new stuff that I've gotten for it. So be sure to get subscribed to the channel and ring the bell so you don't miss anything. You can check out the next episode of the ATF tapes. That's all that I have for you today. I will see you guys next time. See ya.